What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Night Terror's Ravager, issue number 1. Now, when it comes to Rose Wilson, we have seen her have one heck of a struggle with everything that happened with Dark Crisis. After everything that happened with the clone of Robin, Ravager truly has been struggling. But most recently, we have seen her working with Stormwatch. But with Insomnia's attack causing Night Terrors to kick off, like everybody else, Ravager has been thrown into the Nightmare Realm. And Ravager's nightmare has everything to do with her father. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up at a house, beaten and broken down. We have a young, innocent Rose that is in here by herself, and right now she has two creatures that are hunting her, watching everybody she loves be massacred by these creatures. Blood spilling in all directions. We see that Deathstroke is also turned into one of these monsters. Once they find her, they waste no time in going after her. She tries to run, but they grab hold of her. Her whole family, nothing but these hideous creatures. And now they have her in their grasp. Picking up close by elsewhere, we have Ravager that is coming in, fully costumed up, not knowing where or when she is. She hears the scream, somebody begging for help. And so Ravager wastes no time. She hightails it to the cabin as they get ready to kill Rose. This is where Ravager comes in. Swinging her sword, she cuts off the arm of one of these monsters. Going toe-to-toe with them, she grabs Rose and they get out of here as quick as they can. With the monster Deathstroke sending the minions after, they are able to tuck away and hide away in an abandoned home. While they're gone for now, they will return. When Ravager asks young Rose who those people are, Rose calls this guy the Murder Man. The other two on the street, those are known as the Slaughter Squadron, Ravager and Vexer. These guys have been hunting Rose for a very long time. She goes on to say that her name is Rose Madison, and those people were her foster parents. It doesn't take long for Ravager to recognize that this is her, but she doesn't know who the Madisons are. Ravager is quickly seeing that none of this is right, that this isn't how she grew up. She grew up in a brothel, not in a foster home, thinking that maybe this isn't her. But taking some moments, she recognizes that this is her, that they're pasts. They have to be confused, that this place, there is something wrong with it. But Rose Madison saying that if this is you, if I am you, then that man, the Murder Man, he is also your father. The reason that he has been going after Rose is because he wants out of the nightmare, that he hates working for Insomnia, and he wants out of here and into the waking world. But he can't do it on his own. He needs a bridge to get there. As these creatures search house to house, they are looking for any sign of Rose, any sign of Ravager, killing people along the way. It is only a matter of time before they are found. Now at this point, Ravager has come to the conclusion that something in this place is wrong. Something is messing with her precog abilities. As Ravager tries to figure out what the Murder Man actually needs, they know that he needs a bridge, a way to get back to the waking world. And so she wonders, is Rose that bridge? Rose goes on to say that he travels through your blood, through anybody's spilled blood. That if he can get into the blood of somebody from both worlds, that he could use them as a conduit. But this only confuses Ravager, because Rose, she is not of both worlds, and so it doesn't make sense. This is when Rose says that she's right, and Rose attacks, stabbing Ravager in the stomach. Rose goes on to say that she doesn't have a foot in each world, but Ravager does, because Ravager, she is the bridge. And with Ravager going unconscious, the monsters now with Rose, we learn that Ravager is the doorway out of here. This is where we pick up in real life. Ravager on the ground asleep, spitting out blood. And while the world sleeps, we see that some individuals are still very much awake, because we have the arrival of Peacekeeper number 1, also a member of Skywatch. He is reporting back to Skywatch, letting it be known that he has found Ravager, that she's in a bad way. As he goes to wake her up, he is told not to. They don't know if it's safe, telling him to sit tight and wait to see what they're dealing with, to get her somewhere safe, and they will advise from there. And of course, Peacekeeper's not very happy about this. The truth is, he didn't sign up for Stormwatch just so he could babysit a bunch of sleeping babies. But he goes, he picks her up, and he gets her somewhere safe. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So another short story, but it's quite interesting. It makes you wonder, is this the real Deathstroke trying to escape the Nightmare Realm, trying to get back to the waking world? Now, we saw that Deathstroke was, more or less killed. When it comes to comics, nobody really dies. But is this Deathstroke's attempt to try and return? Ever since Dark Crisis, we haven't seen a thing about him. We have no idea where he is or where he went. We assume that he was taken off the board. But the way that this comic was written, it really seems like he might be working for Insomnia. That Insomnia, some way, shape, or form, has control of Deathstroke. Maybe using him in these nightmare scenarios. Whatever the case may be, if this is Deathstroke or not, it's still trying to make its way back to the waking world. It is trying to escape the Nightmare Realm. But what does that really mean? Does that mean that Deathstroke would take over the body of his own daughter? Or would it simply release his consciousness back into the waking world? When it comes to night terrors, this really has been a lot of fun. Some of these really lacking substance, lacking that depth to make them really worth something. But out of all of them we have covered so far, most of them have landed pretty well. And so it gives me really high hopes. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still like 50 issues to go through. A bunch of different characters from Green Lantern, everything else in between. But the Night Terrors line itself, it's consisting of, I think, 4 big one-shots. Ones that are really gonna move the plot forward. And so we're gonna see how all of this may intertwine. Like I've said before, if you're interested in picking up this line and you don't want to pick up every single issue, I highly recommend that you just check out the 4 main one-shots and then pick up whatever you want of your favorite characters. So if you love the Joker, go pick up the Joker. It'll only have 2 issues, you're gonna save yourself a ton of money. None of these really seem to interconnect. Maybe Black Adam with Batman, but we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this series, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with this event. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.